Cabrini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I am joined today by Rob Lajoie, who is the Vice President of Financial Empowerment with Peninsula Family Service, and Alejandra Posada, who is with Peninsula Clean Energy. Rob and Alejandra, welcome.
Well, thank you.
So I think we're going to start, Rob, with you. Let's give our viewers a little bit of an overview about Peninsula Family Service before we sort of talk about this really exciting new vehicle program that you have coming on board.
Terrific. And first off, Danny, thank you for having us on the show. Appreciate that. Peninsula Family Service is a nonprofit organization headquartered in San Mateo. We've been in existence since 1950. And we have three primary program areas: early learning, older adults, and financial empowerment, which is primarily what we're going to talk about today. In early learning, we have 9 early learning centers throughout San Mateo County, 2 of which are at Life Moves shelters, 1 of which is at the Redwood High School to help teen parents stay in school and achieve their diploma. We serve 500 children per year. And one of the unique things about the program, in addition to our STEM curriculum, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, is that we focus on building relationships with everybody in the household. So what we do has great benefit for them, not only while they're in the program, but once they leave. Our older adult programs focus on individuals 60 and older to keep them healthy and connected to other individuals in the community. In Redwood City, we run the Fair Oaks Activity Center, and we provide on a daily basis, it's Monday through Friday, healthy food and activities like Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates, etc., to keep people healthy.
Right.
And we also provide them information about community resources. Our senior peer counseling program matches older adults in the community with trained peer volunteers, which we train, to different resources that are in the community, as well as helping them from emotional support point of view. And then lastly, our financial empowerment services, which we'll talk a little bit more here. We've had those for 20 years, and we offer vehicle loans, the Lending Circles program with Mission Asset Fund, which is a social loan program that builds savings as well as improves credit. We offer over 70 workshops, financial workshops per year, between our San Mateo and San Jose offices, and also a financial tool, a very low, inexpensive prepaid debit card program to assist our people as they try to enhance their savings, as well as attain financial stability.
So that's a lot.
Absolutely.
And what I think what we want to capture with our viewers, because we're here to talk about a very specific financial empowerment program, is if anyone has any general questions or they want to look up a program, please just feel free to jump on your website. Absolutely. That will be up on our program periodically, and they can really search for anything that they're looking for is from your three areas that you just mentioned.
Right. Absolutely.
So today we're here to talk about financial empowerment, and then within that a very specific program. So let's jump into that.
Okay, so the program we're here to talk about today is the DriveForward Vehicle Loan Program. First off, we've had that for 20 years, as I mentioned, Danny, and it's been very successful. We've helped over 600 individuals and families over that period of time, financing $3.3 million in used vehicle loans, quality used vehicle loans. Recently, in terms of expanding that program, we've reached out and connected with Peninsula Clean Energy, Alejandra is with Peninsula Clean Energy, to offer our participants a $4,000 grant. People are approved through the program when they purchase a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So not only do they save money on the cost of the car, $4,000 towards the purchase price, they can save more than $1,000 a year on gas costs, maintenance costs, etc. with the car. And hopefully the car will last much longer because they can then purchase, because of the $4,000 grant, a much newer, these are used cars, a much newer and lower mileage car than they would be able to otherwise.
And so let me just ask quickly, how did this come about? Was this something that Peninsula Clean Energy, and I'm going to give you a chance, Alejandra, to tell a little bit broader story about Peninsula Clean Energy as well. But was this something that you thought of, or is this something that Peninsula Clean Energy came to you with your loan program?
I'll give the credit to Alejandra.
Well, then let's jump into Peninsula Clean Energy. A little bit about the program, and then specifically about what you're trying to achieve with this loan program.
Okay, yeah, great. So I'll briefly give a quick overview about Peninsula Clean Energy. A lot of people still don't know who we are. We're the electricity providers for all San Mateo County. So we supply all county residents and businesses with cleaner energy at lower rates. Essentially, PCE's mission is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and provide economic benefits to the communities here in San Mateo County. Because transportation is one of the larger it's more than half actually, of the greenhouse gas emissions contributors in the county. We really want to address that by incentivizing and encourage electric vehicles. And we acknowledge that the price point may be difficult for some of our residents to be able to afford. So we want to be able to make these cars accessible to all. So we were looking for ways to create an incentive for electric vehicles. And actually one of our community partners, a local nonprofit up in Pacifica, they told us about Peninsula Family Service DriveForward loan program and how they already have kind of this existing program that's helping this population that we would be trying to reach out to. And they already have this robust program that provides financial empowerment services and affordable loans. So we just found it to be a natural partnership. So my director reached out to Rob from Peninsula Family Services. We've been working through all of this for a few months until we officially launched a few weeks ago.
So obviously it may be a little bit too soon to ask what the end user has said about not only going through the granting process or the loan process, but then making it into their actual vehicle. Do we have any examples yet, or are we still just in the launch phase of making sure that people know that this program is available?
It's a very timely question.
Yeah.
We just financed the first vehicle last Friday with one of our participants. And this coming weekend, they are going to be taped to ask those kinds of questions and her experience through the process. And it will be shown at our upcoming Thought Leader Series event that's happening on May 15th. That's a community event that both of us are going to be putting.
So who's actually finding the cars that are then Peninsula Family Services helping to lend on?
We assist our participants. We have a priority list of local dealerships that we work with who are interested in the program and understand it and support it. And we assist them through that process. We guide them. Many people have never purchased a car before, or their process in the past has not been very productive in terms of getting a good quality car. So we assist them with the process.
And then Alejandra, from a, so you spoke about the access barrier and that being sometimes financial to actually get an electric car. They still are cost higher than a gas vehicle. So that's where the loan program comes in, which is a great way to sort of buy down that loan. What about then after? So the plug-in and or the access to power for the individual. How do you help in that area?
So, yeah, the reason why Rob mentioned earlier that individuals can save over $1,000 on savings. So a lot of people think of the purchase point of the electric cars, which are still a little bit higher than regular gas cars. But over the long term, they save you money because electricity is less than half the cost of gasoline on a per mile basis. So you're saving a lot of money on fueling, also maintenance costs because you don't have to get any oil changes on full battery cars or less on plug-in hybrids. So you save money that way. And the way that Peninsula Clean Energy is supporting our customers is, like I mentioned earlier, we supply all county residents with cleaner energy at lower rates. Our rates are 5% lower than PG&E. So everybody in the county is saving money, and by people plugging in their cars and charging at home, they're saving money not just because electricity is cheaper, but because our clean electricity is cheaper than they otherwise would be paying PG&E.
And one of the steps in the process that we let people know right up front if they're interested in the program is they need to have access to a plug either at home or at work. If you live in an apartment, that might not be feasible at the moment, so if it's at work. And we ask them to provide us a photograph of where they will be plugging it in, and then that's sent to Peninsula Clean Energy. They don't do a site inspection, but they confirm addresses and so forth to make sure that that works, because we want to make sure that the benefit of a plug-in vehicle isn't there if you don't have a source to plug it in. So PCE confirms that they do have access and supports it in that manner.
And we do have free sites throughout the county as well that people can have access to. So we just have about 30 seconds left in the program, Rob, and I want to make sure that we close with, so then what are some of the special events that are coming up with related to this new announcement or this new launch with Peninsula Clean Energy and electric vehicles?
Thank you for the question. Real quickly, we do have our next financial workshop, which will talk about this. It's on Saturday, May 4th in Daly City, and that's again on our website. You can sign up for that. In addition, on May 15th, Wednesday, May 15th in the morning, we're having a community event at the Sobrato Conference Center in Redwood City. And we will have a number of speakers talking about climate change, transportation, how clean energy fits into that. We'll have a wonderful slew of speakers talking about the different subjects, some panelists, and also the CEO of Peninsula Clean Energy, Jan Pepper, will be one of our speakers.
Well, thank you both for coming and talking to us about this wonderful specific program. I think I'd like to make sure that you come back in 6 or 8 months to tell us what are some of the results and how many vehicles have we been able to put onto our roads specifically with this program.
Terrific.
Thank you, Rob, for Peninsula Family Service and doing this, and Peninsula Clean Energy for wanting to be involved in all of this. More information, people can go to your website specifically about these programs. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
And we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.